obviously Bangladesh. He nearly picked up a wicket early on, but he just could not reach it. Ramanullah Gurbaz trying to make some room and straight into the hands of the debutant, Yasser Ali, who picks up an easy catch. The danger man goes. Ramanullah Gurbaz gone for naught. Afghanistan 1 for 1.
Thank you.
প্রিয় ভাইরা, যারা মোবাইলে লাইভ খেলা দেখতে চান তাদের জন্য লাইভ খেলা দেখার লিংক প্রথম কমেন্টে পিন করে দিয়েছি। প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করে যে কোনো জায়গা থেকে লাইভ খেলা দেখুন, সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রি।
Rasuli is 22 years of age. He's finding himself in the middle very early in the very first over. That's why I feel why Nasir Ahmad is so difficult and dangerous right in the very first over, especially in the power play where he's managed to pick up a wicket of Ramanullah Gurbaz in that fashion. Yeah, this is a brilliant over to start with. Absolutely spot on. Afghanistan 1 for 1. Just what Bangladesh would have hoped for to make early inroads, and straight away they've got the danger men out of the equation. As Kula Zaza is still there with him as Tavish Rasuli, Mahdi Hassan in the attack. And I he's played it late and he's gone past the fielder shot that this will be a boundary.
Mahdi Hassan giving so much space to Hazrat Zarzai, who usually very, very powerful to the leg side, but this time up trying to hit catch hard. The placement was key. The shot, third man fielder Musazur Rahman didn't have any chance. A good start by Zarzai.
A spin from both ends is what Mamadou has decided. Again, wicket offer straight to the fielder. I just feel that he's just pulled a little bit wide on both occasions. Allowing the batter to free his arms. He's coming into the attack from the Isfahani end. 24 wickets. Better, much closer, better on the off stump.
Bangladesh had the right thing, having long on and deep mid covered. We all know how powerful Zarzai could be in those areas. All the 5 fielders in the offside are trying to save the single. Short square leg and the short fine leg. The 2 fielders in the offside. Again, top edge. Oh, it's an easy chance. Oh my God. That was a sitter.
It looks like it's Munim Sharia. He cannot believe his luck. The debutant. I don't know what was he pointing at. Just couldn't pick it up. You know, the straightforward. It's a sitter.
প্রিয় ভাইরা, যারা মোবাইলে লাইভ খেলা দেখতে চান তাদের জন্য লাইভ খেলা দেখার লিংক প্রথম কমেন্টে পিন করে দিয়েছি। প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করে যে কোনো জায়গা থেকে লাইভ খেলা দেখুন, সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রি।
They will do well to forget about it. Munim Shari is never easy on debut to keep the concentration. And very important, he keeps his heads on his shoulders, concentrate. Next match gone imminent. The Rasuli leg side. Plenty of activities in the field. Short wicket fielder moving across to the offside. A huge gap. Rasuli wants to pick up a single towards the short wicket and mid-on. That's exactly where he goes. Call for a two. Yeah, very good running.
Afghanistan 8 for 1 could have been easily 8 for 2. And Munim Shah held on to that catch. A relatively simple catch, wasn't it, Parvez? Still cannot figure out how he dropped that catch. Again, there's an opportunity. This needs to be taken, and it is. Well, it doesn't hurt you badly because Nasoom Ahmed has picked up another wicket off his.
দেখেছি পরি দেখেছো
স্বপ্নে
স্বপ্নে পরি দেখেছো তোমাকে আজকে আমি বাস্তব একটা পরি দেখাবো
has picked up another wicket off his.
The new batter. These are the non-strikers in. There must be a big ball in. Oh, he's having a great time with the ball. That's a beauty. He knocks over the stumps of Darvish Rasuli. One no gone. What's going on? Can't believe my eyes. Just lost important because that's eye, and you can't do that, young man. Debut huge against Asul Mahmood. Creating that pressure in the end. Afghanistan top order. Rasuli gone for 2. Afghanistan 8 for 3. Karim Jannat, reaction. Afghanistan in a spot of bother here. Best of 53, but they need to find a method to cope up against someone like Nasim Ahmad. The ball in his hand, he's been very dangerous in his second over. Because of 3 wickets for 1 run. Incredible, isn't it? Beautifully bowled.
More than bowler earning those wickets, they're just bad strokes. Especially this one, after losing just a couple of deliveries before, you being a top form batsman, there's more time to settle down. Plenty of overs remaining. Wickets, one of the best to bat on. Just failing. Situation and the atmosphere has got into the Afghanistanis. Here you go, save down the wicket.
He's probably thought that he was in control when tried to play that sweep. You miss, I hit. Then when you've lost both your openers, then you'd be expecting the other batters to at least for a couple of overs take a little bit time to settle in. Now they apply more pressure. The slip in plays for Lakibullah Zakran, and rightly so. Why not? He's gone round the wicket for the left-hander. Oh, get past the bat. Beautiful over. Double wicket and only a single. Afghanistan 9 for 3 in the third over. Have a look at that scorecard. Already 3 down, only 9 runs on the board, and in comes that fifth, Mustafizur Rahman. From the Isfahani end, Mahmudullah feels that he's the one who needs to be in the attack. I'm just thinking, might be trouble if it's gone for the run. Hey, direct hit would have been interesting also. Good work for Mustafizur Rahman.
A good start by Fitz. I just have a feeling maybe Mahmudullah Riyad smelling a little bit of blood to have a slip field, because what I've seen from Karim Jannat, he usually bats in the middle order, hardly plays with the new ball, hardly bats in the top order, hardly bats in the power play. So why not have a slip fielder and open that short wicket up with Fitz swinging back in? If he can hit the front third, that's where I think Bangladesh could be a little smarter.
Well fielded. And also feel that now, since the 3 wickets that has fallen so far has been to the spinner. First one, second one, just trying to play some aggressive looking shots and getting out soft dismissals. And all 3 wickets going to Nasim. And maybe there was an option, perhaps Mahmudullah could have tried Shakib Al Hasan, because it's the spinners who picked up the wickets. But Fitz more than capable of doing the damage also with the ball. And we'll have to wait and see. It's carved away for a single.
That's where both the teams have plenty of options in their bowling setup. We saw in the Afghanistan innings there was 4 frontline spinners, a fast bowler and 2 fast bowling all-rounders. On the other hand, Bangladesh possessing plenty of spin options, and you got Mustafiz and Shariful Islam. I get your point. Definitely Shakib was a good option. But I understand why Fitz comes in, maybe to just with Karim Jannat not so used to playing the new ball up front. And only 5 specialist batters being played by Afghanistan and plenty of other options. The skipper Nabi, Rashid Khan, Karim Janat, Kais Ahmed. It's all already options. That's where the 3 batsmen who got out got to take that responsibility. This is not good stop by Mustafiz. Down the next side, we shot by Nega. That was a freebie.
And that's the way I feel why he should have at least tried a spinner. Maybe Mahdi Hassan, give him another over. Support delivery down the leg side. It's easy pickings for someone like Najibullah Zatan, who's been in good touch with the bat. Couple of 50s in the 3-1 international between the two sides prior to this T20 series. So he's not going to miss out. Also, the fielder is inside the circle at short 5. Oh, he's gone. Oh, could have picked up another wicket here. Chin and edge. That was a beauty, wasn't it?
Wow, Mithun Das was flying. He held on to it.
To this T20 series. So he's not going to miss out.
Oh, over number 4.
It's awfully important for Afghanistan batters to realize that Mr. Malik is the one who's on the wicket and he's not supposed to, so you got to play him safely. To take 20 chances. You want to take too many chances because if you look at what has happened so far, very, very difficult to go and try to chase 150. Bangladesh made.
Then worried Afghanistan dugout. 3 top order. Batsman now back in the dugout. Current run rate of 3.84. Now into his 3rd over. 3 for 3 in the figures. Dream game so far this year. That has been a beautiful shot. Beautiful back. Give some room and making sure it clears mid off fielder.
Yeah, nothing wrong in that shot whatsoever because it was stretched up and he waited and waited. And we saw that yes, he was in the head and zone. Why not take an option to go over the top? That is a very good hit from Karim Janat.
Calculated risk.
সবাই একটু ওয়েট করেন, লিংকের সমস্যা দিচ্ছে। যেসব লিংক থেকে খেলা দেখাচ্ছি সবগুলো লিংকের প্রবলেম, একটু সবাই ওয়েট করেন কাইন্ডলি। দেখতেছি ভালো কোনো লিংক পাওয়া যায় কিনা।
দেখেছি। পরি দেখেছো?
স্বপ্নে।
স্বপ্নে পরি দেখেছো? তোমাকে আজকে আমি বাস্তব একটা পরি দেখাবো।
দেখাও। But forget of the strike rate. How do you cope up with someone like Nasul Ahmed who's picked up 4 for? Oh, I think he's gone. Come in front. He's taking the review. And it is
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
out. Can you show me the front foot first, please? Fair delivery. Can move on to front and spin position, please. Can you take it back? Play forward. Can you rock can you roll that for me, please? When the ball is next to the bat, please. Can you confirm that with Ultra Edge, please? Still waiting for the Ultra Edge on field. Here comes the Ultra Edge. Keep rolling slow. Keep rolling slow. Keep it rolling. Can you take it all the way? Back, back. Now roll it slow. Keep it rolling slow. Can you freeze it when the ball is next to the bat, please? Yeah, I can see a clear spike as the ball is next to the bat. I can see no gap between bat and ball. I'm satisfied that the ball has hit the bat first. I'm going back to Mukul on field.
Ooh, that was close, wasn't it? Yes, there was an inside edge, and that's why Mohammad Nabi went straight up, went for the review. So he's right. Afghanistan is still in loads of trouble. 20 for 4. He tosses it up. He wants to make him drive. Oh, footwork.
Can't use the feet, use it for good effect. Brilliant. There is done by the fielder, short extra cover. There, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 5 runs and a wicket to end the 5th over. Afghanistan 20 for 4.
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু, আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ, ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ, ডাবল প্রোটেকশন। রোস্টেড পিনাট আর পিওর বাটারের আনবিটেবল স্বাদে এলানে পিনাট বাইট কুকিজ, প্রতি বাইটেই স্বাদের ম্যাজিক। আমন্ড, কিসমিস আর পাপরিকার এক্সাইটিং ব্লেন্ডে রুচি প্রিমিয়াম মিক্স চানাচুর, নিউ টেস্ট অফ দ্য টাউন। নিউ ক্লিয়ার ম্যান এর ট্রিপল অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ টেকনোলজি খুশকি দূর করে, লুকানোর দিন শেষ।
What a turn up for the books. 20 for 4 in 5 overs. Afghanistan really tottering. Marvelous bowling by Nasir Mohammed really pegged them back. And there have been some close calls. Long way to go for Afghanistan. 136 runs needed of the next 90 balls. The crowds have enjoyed themselves. The flag is flying high. Here's Shariful. Here's a period that Afghanistan need to just consolidate, get a partnership together. It's going to be hard work, but all credit to Bangladesh for really putting the Afghan batters in this kind of distress. Good afternoon, Eddie.
It's not a good afternoon for Afghanistan with the bat in hand. 20 for 4 inside the power play. And Nasum has just had an absolute field day.
That gives, oh, that's nicely played in the gap. Desperate effort to stop it is going to be a teaser. Well done. Covered it, threw it back. They got the runs.
Well, they have probably their best 2 batters at the crease right now, Afghanistan, in the form of Najibullah Zadran and Mohammad Nabi, the captain. As we have a look at the running, just for a moment here, when they do attempt the 3rd, I think if the fielder gets on his feet and gets the throw away, I think it could have maybe just caused a few concerns. But if they're going to win the game, these 2 have to bat out at least the next 60, well, get to about the 16th, 17th over. And to really know there is no ways they can lose another one now. They'll be in all sorts of trouble.
9.07, the required rate climbing with every delivery. Just played it wonderfully. That was a short and jam. Get cut square. Brilliant shot, finding the gap.
Yeah, and it's what they really needed from the men that have come and gone. It's a wonderful shot by Mohammad Nabi. It's effortless, and it's just a very good cricketing shot that runs away for 4.
Talking about Nasir Mohammed, he's the first Bangladeshi bowler to take 4 wickets in the power play. No mean achievement. Oh, that's going to be close. Nah, he's appealing. Umpire's not responding. Are they going to go for the review?
You know, if I'm Hamadullah here, I'd rather go for it unless he's absolutely sure that it's not going to go on and hit the stumps, because, like I said, this is the most important batting player for Afghanistan, and it looks as if he's just decided against it.
It'll be worth a look. Maybe pitching outside leg, maybe thought it was going a little high. Things to ponder about. I tell you what, the batsmen are not too comfortable in the middle at the moment.
Well, at worst, it could have been an umpire's call, and they still keep their review. However, they're all over Afghanistan at this point. Can you believe it? We're still in the power play.
Just bat and ball, rated wide of the fielder to get a single. Just have a look at that leg before appeal. Review not taken. Was it pitching outside leg? No, in line. Maybe a tad high. Yeah, that was it. That was the reason why Modella didn't take it. Good call on the part of the skipper.
I think it was a good discussion all around. I think also Litton Dust for a moment they thought they were in the game, and then eventually it was all about height.
Behind that, no runs of the last ball of that over. Power play done and dusted. 29 for 4.
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার।
বন্ধুরা, এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
রুক্ষতা আর ধুলো ময়লা ভুলে আপনাকে সতেজ ও সুস্থ রাখতে 3টি ভিন্ন ভ্যারিয়েন্টে এসিআই নিয়ে এলো সিপটেক্স অ্যান্টিসেপটিক বার। এখন আপনি থাকুন অ্যাক্টিভ প্রতিদিন।
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম।
In trouble. The power play completed. Next phase of play started. It's going to be the man who has really wrecked the Afghan batting innings into his 4th over. I think that's a wise call. Try and get one of this pair out early.
Wise? 4 for 7. I think that just tells you everything. They haven't even bowled Sakib.
There will be apprehensive of him. The 4 wickets that have fallen into the power play.
Everything he's touched is turned to gold. Comfortable catch. And then Abdullah Zazai, who's dangerous, tried to go after the bowling. Good catch by Naim Sheikh, and then 2 indifferent shots. I think perhaps the batters have been undone there, or they're undone themselves. Could have played those 2 deliveries a lot better.
Nasir Mohammed will be hoping he can get his best wicket haul. His 4 for 10 against New Zealand is his best last year. Another wicket. Wow. That big goal. That's whipped away nicely. Controlled looking shot. But here's the problem for the batters at the moment. The run rate climbing very quickly. Just can't afford to be overly defensive. But ensure that the scoreboard is ticking over. The strike is kept rotating. Once in a while, they'll need the big shots along to the boundary or over it for that matter. Nasir Mohammed is not giving them anything to play with.
I think for Bangladesh, with the start with the ball in this manner, they would want to really try and finish off the game. They cannot allow these 2 to create a partnership. Or even give them any glimmer of hope in trying to chase these runs down. at one point, Afghanistan was 7 for 3 inside a power play, chasing 128 against Oman, and ended up getting to that total. But here you're looking at an extra sort of 23, 24 runs. So they've done it before, but with a lesser total.
Paying respect to a good delivery. 7 overs done.
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এমন মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
রোস্টেড পিনাট আর পিওর বাটারের আনবিটেবল স্বাদে এলানে পিনাট বাইট কুকিজ, প্রতি বাইটেই স্বাদের ম্যাজিক।
করোনা ভাইরাস ঘরে ঢুকে পড়তে পারে যে কোনো সময়, তাই পরিবারকে সুরক্ষিত রাখতে ব্যবহার করুন স্যাভলন ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট স্প্রে। স্যাভলন, জীবাণুমুক্ত প্রতিদিন।
নিউক্লিয়ার ম্যান এর ট্রিপল অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ টেকনোলজি খুশকি দূর করে, লুকানোর দিন শেষ।
In this first T20 of the Afghan T20 International Series, powered by Walton, Bangladesh maybe thought they had a few lesser runs than they anticipated initially. That's dragged forward of square, not really timing it. But thanks to Nasir Mohammad's wonderful performance with the ball, he's replicated his best figures. We mentioned Nasir getting 4 for 10 against New Zealand. But today, he's also got 4. Up there, we're discussing which of the two would be considered his best. Oh, that's got an edge. No slip in position. Ball's just going to race away to the boundary. Fortunate shot.
Yeah, this tends to happen a lot in white ball cricket, where the batter is looking to force. Probably been undone by a very good delivery. Just straightens off the seam, and it's a genuine edge by Mohammad Nabi. No slip in place, and fortunate runs, but runs they'll take with both hands.
Oh, yeah, they will. The free run so very precious to the Afghan cause. Turned back in, played with the turn in the air for a while. Just balancing the innings. It's a delicate act at the moment, but as you mentioned, Najibullah and Nabi in this pair have got the most experienced batsmen. Only problem is Najibullah is more of a proactive attacking player. So to curb his natural instincts, it's not going to be the easiest thing. Oh, that went and hit him just outside the line of leg, I suspect.
There's no need to even try and explain this one, because they just turned their back straight away. There was a polite inquiry whether this was LBW, but straight away turned it down, the captain. A little bit of extra bounce on that occasion for Mahedi. And this is just another example of trying to force the game. I feel we'll just have a look at that LBW shout again. Dying down the leg side. I was more concerned about the one that he misses out on. Could have got a boundary. Anyway, quiet over. It's gone for 6, 38 for 4.
ব্লেন্ডার্স চয়েস প্রিমিয়াম গ্রিন টির প্রতিটি ব্যাগে থাকে 3 লেয়ারের সুরক্ষা, যার ল্যামিনেশন লেয়ার দেয় আর্দ্রতা থেকে সুরক্ষা। অ্যালুমিনিয়াম ফয়েলের লেয়ার নিশ্চিত করে সুঘ্রাণ ও স্বাদের সজীবতা। পেপার লেয়ার বাইরের আলো ও আর্দ্রতাকে প্রতিরোধ করে সতেজতা ধরে রাখে, তাই আপনি পাচ্ছেন বিশ্বমানের গ্রিন টির সেরা স্বাদ।
যেখানে আমি যাই প্রতি সোজ আমার চাই শপিং মজা লাগে যে
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম।
There's the comparison after 8 overs. Bangladesh were 49 for 3. Afghanistan in a more difficult position. Well, Iton Das really took up his gloves, went quickly, ensuring that there was not more than one run. Good to see that commitment. We saw during the Afghan innings, their fielders were really like grease lightning across the ground.
Yeah, Sakib, there we go. Some numbers that are fantastic. 5 for 20, 95 matches. Look at that for an economy. That's T20 internationals.
All he can do is tuck it away. He will keep it tight. Shakib Al Hasan thinks of a second wouldn't be a wise option. Accuracy.
Yeah, so this is the next challenge for the Afghanistan batters. How they go about negotiating someone like Shakib Al Hasan.
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখ
He comes wide of the crease and looks to just attack the stumps.
I talk about ball keeping low in addition to the accuracy. Just had to hurry down that one. 82 clicks, the speed. But to the right-hander, Shakib has got this uncanny knack of bowling those arm balls. Just surprise you. Mix of left-right combination was just to change his angle.
There again, not looking for a great deal of turn, just trying to keep it as simple as possible. It's almost as if he puts overspin on the ball, so it just continues, as you would say, probably with the arm. And then if it straightens off the seam, it's an absolute bonus.
It's charged, and Shakib saw it, but I think the batter has done well in managing to just clip it away at the last moment. Got himself a single, but singles are not going to do for Afghanistan. Their required run rate now climbing over the 10 mark, 10.21.
In their mind, they're probably thinking one big over gets us back into the encounter, even though that the required run rate continues to climb. Misses out there, Nabi, I think. End of the over, it goes for 4, it's 42 for 4.
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ ডাবল প্রোটেকশন। রোস্টেড পিনাট আর পিওর বাটারের আনবিটেবল স্বাদে এলামে পিনাট বাইট কুকিজ, প্রতি বাইটেই স্বাদের ম্যাজিক। আমন্ড, কিসমিস আর পাপরিকার এক্সাইটিং ব্লেন্ডে রুচি প্রিমিয়াম মিক্স চানাচুর, নিউ টেস্ট অফ দ্য টাউন।
New Clear Men এর ট্রিপল অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ টেকনোলজি খুশকি দূর করে, লুকানোর দিন শেষ।
Mustafizur Rahman with the second over. Puts that away. An element of risk I felt, particularly when Mustafa is bowling with that kind of shot.
And not too much, I think, because of just maybe perhaps the angle could be just missing leg stump. But the point you brought up in the previous over, that the boundaries. It's been 11 deliveries pushing on 2 overs when the last boundary was hit. Just to keep things in check. But when you're looking for those particular boundaries, it's either it's a bad ball or then you're trying to take a positive risk. And sometimes positive risks bring about your downfall. So it's got to be so calculated in how you're going to pick up these boundaries as we await a field change. I think he's trying to get mid on up in the circle. He does, Mustafiz.
Just missed out. I thought either side of Yasir Ali that could have gone for more runs.
Also because of how close he gets to the stumps, Yasir Ali, because he's trying to save the single. And Nabi's just hit this way too hard, way too straight to the fielder. And what the fielder does perfectly there is that he cuts the angle. So, as you say, a meter or to his right or his left, it goes for 4. But the closer you get to the stumps, you cut the angle off.
Oh, that's wide, and a wild swing at that wide delivery signal a wide by the umpire. Trying to slow it down, maybe losing the grip ever so slightly. You see the smile says it all.
A lot of quality there. As a batting side, you're 4 down for 45, and you have Sakib from one end, and you have Mustafiz in the other end, and you've got the pressure of the scoreboard.
Oh, that's ramped up. It's going over all the way. That was a bonus. Short and wide and properly busted away for the maximum.
Brings up the 50. They've been searching for boundaries, and finally there's some width on offer. He gets the hands through that hitting zone so quickly, just to add a little bit of extra pace on the delivery, and it goes sailing over the man at third for 6.
Some relief, some release of pressure. Afghanistan badly need this. Maybe this will create the momentum they're looking for. And he goes back and it's past the fielder. It's covered in the deep. Just a couple of runs. The runs starting to flow here. Bangladesh going for the jugular has been a problem over the years. And they've played themselves into position of strength, but could not really convert it into a depth now.
Well, they have a perfect situation, as I said. You've got a world-class left-arm spinner in any sort of format, and then you have Fizz from the other side. And with the pressure of the scoreboard, it's a great opportunity, as you say, to maybe go for the jugular. But you've also got to give the batting side some form of respect in terms of how they can avert the pressure. And they're doing that to some degree well here. They're trying to read the game as well as they can.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. Credit must be given to Najibullah Zadran and the skipper Mohammad Nabi. Just 33 of 33 balls, this partnership, but being under the circumstances, very, very crucial to the cause of Afghanistan in steadying this rocking boat. One of this to get out, well, it'll be very, very difficult to recover from. Good ball to finish the over. 10 have been completed. It's 53 for 4, and it's also time to have a Mr. White detergent powder drink.
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার, বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটিক মেশিন, উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
সাবান বা সাধারণ হ্যান্ড ওয়াশে হাত হয়ে পড়ে রুক্ষ ও মলিন, তাই ব্যবহার করুন ময়েশ্চারাইজিং পাওয়ার সমৃদ্ধ স্যাভলন অ্যান্টিসেপটিক হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ, যা হাতকে রাখে নরম, কোমল ও জীবাণুমুক্ত।
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম।
বন্ধুরা, এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
Yeah, the Mr. White detergent powder drinks. Time is over. Let's play with Mr. White detergent powder.
Are we on or what?
53 for 4. It's a good partnership between Mohammad Nabi, the skipper, and Najibullah Zadran. Shakib in the attack. And his second over. He's been fantastic in this white ball format in terms of bowling and batting. He's sitting on 399 wickets, Shakib Al Hassan, in white ball format. And he'll be hoping that he can break this partnership. This partnership is looking good, looking very good. Remember, they were in loads of trouble when Sumay Ahmad was in the attack. But things have eased out, hasn't it, Mazhar? And both the batters looking pretty good at the moment.
Surely, but they still need 101 runs in 57 balls. The partnership has gone on 35, 37 now. And the required run rate already jumped over 10. Cue of the feed in the air. Will fall short.
The idea was to hit over the top of the bowler, so it was dead straight, so there were no fielders there. So it's an easy shot. It's a good chip from Mohammad Nabi. He knew exactly what he was trying to do. Have a look at that finish, very straight. So he picks up a couple of runs. It's all about partnership. This time a little bit wide after the off time, in the air, and he grabs the number 400 wicket in white ball format. Shakib Al Hassan, you beauty. And he breaks the partnership that was expected, and he delivered a good swim with the white ball one more time. Mohammad Nabi goes.
The Superman, Shakib Al Hassan, the first left-arm spinner to pick up 400 wickets in white ball format. What a player he has been under pressure. Started to mount in. Afghanistan captain Mohammad Nabi had to go for it, and he is disappointed. Why not? Halfway down the stage, Afghanistan 57 for 5.
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার, বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটিক মেশিন, উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন। রুক্ষতা আর ধুলো ময়লা ভুলে আপনাকে সতেজ ও সুস্থ রাখতে 3টি ভিন্ন ভ্যারিয়েন্টে এসিআই নিয়ে এলো
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম।
Umazai on strike.
ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদের দারুণ চা। এর সতেজতা, ঘ্রাণ আর মন কাড়ার সাথে তুলনা।
চা যদি হয় ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর, টি স্টলেও লাইফটা ভরপুর। রোস্টেড এলামে পিনাট বাইট কুকিজ, প্রতি বাইটেই স্বাদের খাপেতে ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট স্প্রে।
নিউক্লিয়ার ম্যান এর ট্রিপল অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ টেকনোলজি খুশকি দূর করে লুকানোর দিন শেষ।
Player in the history of white ball format in terms of ODIs and T20 international to grab 400 wickets in his 313 matches. Shakib Al Hassan joins the elite list with Mulladan and right arm off spinner. Right at the top, Wasim Akram from Pakistan, Shahid Afridi, Lasith Malinga. Some big names there. And in trouble again one more time after that fall of wicket of Mohammad Nabi. What an excellent effort from Shakib Al Hassan to reach that magical figure of 400. Initially, he went down the wicket. It was a little bit wide, so it's a clever piece of bowling from Shakib Al Hassan. So he had to reach out. And when he did manage to try to hit that, he was in trouble. He had to, because he was way down the track. Had he missed it, he would have been stumped. A really good piece of bowling.
A wily old customer, Shakib Al Hassan. Only the first left-arm spinner to pick up 400 wickets. What a player he has been. Still got a lot of opportunity to climb up the ladder in the list there. At the moment, run rate creeping in 11.31. Afghanistan feeling the heat.
It all started when Nasum Ahmed started with the ball. Yep, he's the man. One of the finest Bangladesh have ever produced. With the ball, with the bat, he's just been simply magnificent. A lot of hard work for Afghanistan at this stage of the game. The required run rate touching 12, almost 12. It's not going to be do good to them if they deal in singles. They've got to pick up boundaries. 13 balls since the last boundary. Bangladesh bowlers putting on the brakes. Check Mahathir Hassan in the attack, and not among the wickets, but he's only gone away for 16 runs in his third over. Just 4 runs in that over, 61 for 5.
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কোয়ালিটি দেয় আপনার বেস্ট রান্নার বেস্ট প্রেজেন্টেশন আকিশ টেবিলওয়্যার।
যেখানে আমি যাই বুঝি সস আমার চাই সবই মজা লাগে যে পাপরিকা আর মেক্সিকান মশলা মাইন্ড ব্লাস্টিং ফ্লেভারের ডিটোস পার্টি হবে জোস যদি থাকে ডিটোস।
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম।
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
A method to try to pick up boundaries, but what is beautiful to watch? And have a look at this. This is chock block. This is jam-packed. Wonderful, wonderful to see them coming back in the stadium after such a long time. And would you believe it? They've been treated with some excellent stuff from the Tigers, and they're home again. That's up in the air. That should be taken. And it is. Wicket number 2. Wicket number 401 in white ball format for none other than Shakib Al Hasan. What a game he's having with the ball.
And the crowds are happy. Why not? Bangladesh have been playing really well. They're all over Afghanistan, and it's the man again, Shakib Al Hasan, picking up yet another wicket. Afghanistan are dying in. Munim Sharia. Safe pair of hands there. Najibullah Zadran departs for 27. Afghanistan 62 for 6.
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু, আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ, ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ, ডাবল প্রোটেকশন। রোস্টেড পিনাট আর পিওর বাটারের আনবিটেবল স্বাদে এলানে পিনাট বাইট কুকিজ, প্রতি বাইটেই স্বাদের ম্যাজিক। আমন্ড, কিসমিস আর পাপরিকার এক্সাইটিং ব্লেন্ডে রুচি প্রিমিয়াম মিক্স চানাচুর, নিউ টেস্ট অফ দ্য টাউন।
নিউ ক্লিয়ার ম্যান এর ট্রিপল অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ টেকনোলজি খুশকি দূর করে, লুকানোর দিন শেষ।
Rashid Khan is the new batter. In deep trouble. Afghanistan. Bangladesh have been special with the bat and very special with the ball. Rashid Khan will be eyeing to pick up a big score here, but he has to, whatever he does, he has to score his runs quickly, because the run rate has gone past 12 now. He's here because of this.
Once again, Shakib Al Hasan teasing the batsman there. Just couldn't connect there. Hit the toe end of the bat, and then it was high in the air. All Munim Shari had to do just go under the ball and take a simple catch there. But Bangladesh did the best, has been picking up wickets when they needed. It dried up the boundaries that kept the pressure mount on the Afghanistan batters.
Appealing down the leg side has been called a wide. Yes, he'll be a very happy and a pleased person, Mr. Nazmal Hassan, president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board. What a sight. It's a beautiful sight, the floodlights on, but remember, the lights in the stand too. Beautiful. It's just been an excellent performance from Bangladesh. 4 and a wicket, 65 for 6 Afghanistan. "65 for 6." They were in trouble right from the word go. In the very first over, they lost the wicket of Rahman Lathobas, and then the bowlers did not do well, especially Nasim Ahmed. Brilliant, brilliant with the ball. 4 for 12. Incredible figures. Shoriful.
He
Pass boundary struck, 30 balls back. Bangladesh did really well. Again, teasing in Shakib Al Hasan.
Bangladesh batting innings. As you mentioned, I don't think Bangladesh would have been too happy. .155. They're looking to getting at least 15-20 runs more. So there's a bit of disappointment in that effort with the bat. But once they came into ball, it's not the sloshness of the ball, the speed of the ball, but also the direction, the yorker length, the wideish yorker that you're striving for.
भाइयों, अगर आप इस मैच को लाइव देखना चाहते हैं तो मैंने लाइव ऐप की लिंक को कमेंट बॉक्स में पिन कर दिया है। तो जल्दी से लिंक पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री। अगर आपको लिंक नहीं मिल रहा है तो स्क्रीन के सबसे नीचे वाले भाग की ओर देखिए, वहां पर लिखा हुआ है bit.ly। उस पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री।
Underneath that one, reverse cupping it and taking it wonderfully well. Good stuff. Another wicket down. And Omerzai goes for 20. It's 85 for 8.
Took it round the corner, pick up the single. Off that point. Coming in when the team is 3 down. I think perhaps Afghanistan, as almost he tries to play as positively as possible, but a good catch by Ahmadullah and the Fizz gets his first in this encounter. They're very pleased. The captain won the toss, batted, perhaps thought not as many as we would have wanted. Then his bowlers answer the call.
Well, he's asked for it, but I don't think there's much conviction in that appeal. Mujibur Rahman, just 20 years old, coming in. 8 runs in his T20 international career. Not much to do with the bat.
8 runs.
भाइयों, अगर आप इस मैच को लाइव देखना चाहते हैं तो मैंने लाइव की लिंक को कमेंट बॉक्स में पिन कर दिया है। तो जल्दी से लिंक पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री। अगर आपको लिंक नहीं मिल रहा है तो स्क्रीन के सबसे नीचे वाले भाग की ओर देखिए, वहां पर लिखा हुआ है bit.ly। उस पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री। तो भाइयों, अभी डाउनलोड कर लें।
There we go, just a relook, a rethink at that batting card that was stunned. The dive, it goes in vain. A boundary for Case Ahmed.
And that'll make him happy, that'll make him smile. That scruffle just pulled it straight past the bowler. Well played, must say. Timed it well, hit it sweetly, and didn't give that fielder the opportunity to stop that, despite that despairing effort.
out to the next one. Shariful calls early and takes it. They're running away with it, Bangladesh. And they're telling their opponents that they are really out to contend in this series.
Well, if you're going to go big time, every delivery you get, you're going to end up in trouble. The Afghan inning falling apart like a house of cards, getting him on the splice of the bat. Just too close to that bounce of the ball, and that was to be the reckoning. That was a good catch, once again taken by the bowler of his bowling. And Qais Ahmed goes for 8, 90 for 9.
भाइयों, अगर आप इस मैच को लाइव देखना चाहते हैं तो मैंने लाइव ऐप की लिंक को कमेंट बॉक्स में पिन कर दिया है, तो जल्दी से लिंक पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री। अगर आपको लिंक नहीं मिल रहा है तो स्क्रीन के सबसे नीचे वाले भाग की ओर देखिए, वहां पर लिखा हुआ है bit.ly, उस पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री। तो भाइयों, अभी डाउनलोड कर लें।
He's gone into double digits.
Came back, but this is a look at what transpired. It was regular fall-off wickets. The man who did the damage initially was Nasir Ahmed with those 4 wickets for 10 runs. And nobody really stood up against some good fielding, good catching, and perfect bowling by the Bangladeshis.
Yeah, it's not a good reading or scoring card, that from Afghanistan point of view. As we look at the highlights, and I think in most occasions you think, well, the highlights will feature runs, but here you'll see a lot of excellent fielding, barring that one, but more the ball and how the bowlers was so good today. That was one blemish with them in the field, but the wickets fell and nothing was all over Afghanistan.
Yeah, there's some areas of concern, but that was a wild hawk, and Nasir getting the timber straight away, and some boundaries, but straight enough. Another catch. Nasir Ahmed was on fire at that time. Just brought up his best figures of 4 for 10. There's some nice looking shots we had on the whole innings. 9 boundaries and a couple of sixes only.
Forcing the game. When you force it, when your wicket's down, you create opportunities, and they held their catches. Bangladesh, this was Zadran. And a good catch in the deep, and Saqib Al Hassan, who enters group of players. Rashid Khan trying to also find the boundary. Shariful claiming his wicket. And they were just moments away from finishing it all.
There's some bold strikes right at the end, but with the position they were in, often done that, they're going to hold out in the deep. Tried some big shots, got a 6 in, but we're trying to replicate that, getting the turn of the bat, and it was a good catch by the skipper. And eventually the charge was given. I can understand the mindset of the latter order batters. Didn't really have much to do. Shariful doing well, taking a catch of his own bowling. National of the Ispani T20 series powered by Walton, and bowling out Afghanistan for 94. Bangladesh win by 61 runs.
The third biggest win in terms of runs in T20 internationals as we look at the most wickets in white ball cricket, T20s and ODIs. Matthias Mullaritharan, 547. Saqib Al Hassan has just announced himself in that list and is the only left-arm spinner and the third spinner to be amongst those players. Shahid Afridi, the next best in terms of most wickets at 493. But that is an illustrious group of players. And Saqib Al Hassan announces himself. With that, we're going to take a short break, and when you come back, it'll be the post-match presentation.
भाइयों, अगर आप इस मैच को लाइव देखना चाहते हैं तो मैंने लाइव ऐप की लिंक को कमेंट बॉक्स में पिन कर दिया है। तो जल्दी से लिंक पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री। अगर आपको लिंक नहीं मिल रहा है तो स्क्रीन के सबसे नीचे वाले भाग की ओर देखिए, वहां पर लिखा हुआ है bit.ly। उस पर क्लिक करके ऐप को डाउनलोड करें और देखें पूरा मैच बिल्कुल फ्री। तो भाइयों, अभी डाउनलोड कर लें।
The first T20 International of the Spani T20 International Series 2022, powered by Walton. Bangladesh batting first, 155 for 8, and in reply, Afghanistan were bowled out for 94, giving Bangladesh a win by 61 runs. So congratulations to Bangladesh. Commiserations to Afghanistan. May I have Mohammad Nabi to come up here, please? Nabi, when you restricted Bangladesh at 155, did you think that it was chaseable?
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Yeah, the boys bowl really well at this kind of pitches. The pitch is really good for the batting as well, and we distract them 150. We're thinking that we are chasing that score.
Yeah, but the batting and the chase did not go well for you. Inside the 5 overs, you lost 4, and then 57 for 5 in 10.5.
Yeah, it's we throw only wickets in the power play. That's why we are under pressure as a betting group. That's why we didn't chase this.
Yeah, important that even if you're chasing not a very big total, you don't lose too many early wickets, but you did that, and that hurt your team very badly.
Yeah, that's why if 4 wickets power play in first over.